Hi everyone, I'm Catherine and welcome back to my channel. I fell asleep in my makeup last night, so we're gonna fix that right now, but I thought that I would bring you guys along for a little get ready with me video as I got ready and just ran a bunch of errands for today. I also thought I would talk about my August TBR since it's currently July 31st and I have a lot of books I want to get through this month, so I thought that would be kind of fun. But yeah, I'm just going to be bringing you along with my day, and even though it's 1:15 so I'm starting my day at 1:15, but that's okay, we're going to roll with it. That's the energy today. And yeah, so let's go. My mess of laundry. I have not washed clothes since I moved. There's my tripod still out from when I recorded my current read, which is Empire of Storms. I have barely started it, but yeah, we need to do something about this. It's a problem. I just put my clothes in the wash, finally, using this video to hold myself accountable. Now I'm going to put on some music as I just clean my room a little bit and spice it up. I also have a lot of Spotify playlists in my profile. If you're interested in checking them out, I always link my profile in the description of my videos, and I put it in the bio of my Instagram as well. So definitely recommend if you want to see what my music taste is like. I also have a bunch of book inspired playlists as well. So yeah. I am finally done cleaning my room and it feels so nice. I'll show you around. My bed is put together, organized a little bit more, hung my bags up. Next I'm going to go grab some food and probably vlog me making dinner. I think I'll talk about my TBR at that point. Okay, so we finally got ready. I feel so much better. I had to wash my face twice to get the eyeliner out because I didn't have any makeup remover. So I was literally scrubbing my eyes red. But I feel cleansed and clean, which is what matters. I was planning on filming me cooking dinner, but then I got lazy. So now we're eating wings. I feel like my week is starting off with the reset, so I love that feeling. And I also wanted to show you guys my little planner, which I updated as well. Took the time to do that, but I wanted to show you guys because it's so cute. I love the cover. It has all the moon phases. I don't know if you can see really well, but it has all the moon phases, and it has little stars, and it reminds me so much of the night court. I also love how simple it is. I'll show you guys the inside. It has just the calendar layout for each month, and then one page in between each month, and it has a to-do list, which is awesome and is pretty much all I get out of using the calendar, to be honest. So I love the simplicity of it. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. And now I'm gonna get to the moment you've all been waiting for and talk about my August TBR for the month. Okay, so getting into my TBR for August, the first few books I want to talk about are the last 3 books in the Throne of Glass series, starting with Empire of Storms. I just finished Queen of Shadows and started this one. As you can tell by the bookmark, I haven't made it really far. I kind of actually put myself in a slump. I think I'm gonna bring up some spoilers, so if you haven't finished this series, I would recommend just skipping a few minutes of this video if you don't want it to be spoiled for you. But yeah, I basically put myself in a slump because I had a pretty strong suspicion that Rowan and Eileen were mates, and I was like already 99% sure. And so I googled it, and of course I was right, but I also didn't know all the context surrounding like Maeve lying to Rowan and that big plot twist. So it kind of put me in the slump to where I'm like, okay, I feel like that's what happens at the end of Empire of Storm, so it just makes me not want to read it now, because I feel like I'm just gonna go through so much in this book for that to be the ending. So I feel like I'm kind of pushing myself at this point, but I hope after this book I don't spoil anything else, and that will keep me going to reading and finishing Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash, the last couple books in this series. I have really been liking Rowan and Eileen's relationship so far. I feel like when I first started the series, I was like pretty bored and not content with Dorian and Cole at all. Dorian, honestly, was just such a useless character for me. His character for me just embodied like the stereotypical useless Prince Charming, which I feel like he really didn't do anything but sit on his ass for like 3 books until you get to the end of Queen of Shadows. It kind of takes over the kingdom and stuff, and I hope it gets more interesting and we get to see like more character development for him now that he's king. Cole really had me like hooked from the start, I think. I always liked his relationship with Selena. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Selena, and now that like I know the plot twist with Eileen, it's like hard to switch back and forth. But the relationship with Cole and Eileen kept me hooked so much more, just because I felt like it was more like realistic and real. Like there was just more of a connection with them. I love the whole enemies to lovers banter, the insulting each other, the fighting each other. I feel like honestly they still like could have been together at this point, because the only reason they separated was because there was like a miscommunication trope with Nehemiah's death and everything. They got to a point where they were like, oh yeah, like we could have been together, like we could have still loved each other, but now it's too late. But then I got to Rowan, and I felt like Rowan was like 10 times the character that Cole was, so I'm honestly content with it. But the moment I read Rowan and Eileen's relationship start to form, I was so like invested in it, because I just knew from the moment they met that they had to be mates. Like there was just no other explanation. And especially the moment when Rowan was able to respond to Eileen's thoughts without her having to say anything, that was the moment that solidified it for me, because I was like, okay, like Throne of Glass is basically the draft for ACOTAR to be written. And that's what happens with Feyre and Rice. I guess this is an ACOTAR spoiler if you haven't read that yet. But in ACOTAR, Feyre and Rice have like the mental connection, like they're able to talk to each other in their minds. So the moment that Rowan and Eileen could do that, I was like, they're mates. Like there's no other way. I was just so hooked, and I love the relationship, honestly, like how enemies to lovers it is. And just like the grunting that Rowan has every time he responds to Eileen reminds me so much of like the grumpy sunshine relationship, which is weird because I would never think of Eileen as like the sunshine person in the relationship, but she kind of is with Rowan, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Next 2 books on my TBR are the Six of Crows duology. I feel like it's finally time for me to read these 2 books, because I feel like everyone in the world has read them. Honestly, had them in my collection forever and just never opened them. I think I tried to read Six of Crows like maybe a year ago, but I was just in a slump and it wasn't the vibe, so I never really finished it. I think because it's so popular, I was thinking of vlogging it and just getting all my reactions on film so you guys can see that. But yeah, let me know if you'd like me to do that. So the next book on my August TBR is November 9th by Colleen Hoover. It's about 2 characters named Fallon and Ben. And Ben is an aspiring novelist, which made me kind of excited because I've been discovering that I really like books that are about people who write books and publish books. I think that's why I liked Book Lovers so much. It was one of my top reads, so that made me kind of excited about this one. And so basically Fallon is kind of Ben's muse in terms of being his inspiration for the book that he's writing, but Fallon is scheduled to move across the country. They make this agreement to basically meet one day out of the year on the same day, and then the rest of the year they just go back to living their separate lives. The mystery behind this book is is that Fallon starts to question the truth behind what Ben has been telling her about how his life is going. So that is kind of the thing that keeps you reading. So I'm really excited. I've heard a lot of good things, and I hope this one lives up to the hype. So the last book on my TBR for August is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. It's about a woman named Elena who asks her colleague to be a fake date to her sister's wedding in order to convince her family that she is over her recent breakup with her ex, who is going to be the best man at the wedding. The wedding takes place in Spain, and from what I've heard, it's like a very steamy, slow burn romance. So I'm very excited to read it. I feel like it reminds me a lot of The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and just having kind of the same vibe. It's the fake dating trope and has a little bit of spice to it, so I think it's going to be very similar. Those are all the books on my August TBR. It's honestly pretty ambitious for me because I only read typically 3 to 4 books a month, but I hope wanting to make videos of these books keeps me kind of accountable, so we'll see how that goes. And I have some pretty good videos lined up. I'm planning on doing a couple reading vlogs and maybe taking a bookstore trip. I might vlog that. And I have a couple like other book recommendation video ideas in mind, so stay tuned for all of that. In the meantime, please give this video a like, follow my socials as well, they're all linked in the description. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.